Hey there, as you may or may not know, the band Ashes of Aries, a band comprised of ex-Iced Earth members, Matt Barlow, Freddie Vidalas, they are going on a small European tour where they plan on doing the Dark Saga, Iced Earth's fourth album, in its entirety. And there was a headline that popped up that said that Matt has Jon Schaffer's blessing to perform it on tour. So we're going to get into that article. This is from May 8th, and I took this from Brave Words, Bloody Knuckles. Ashes of Aries, featuring former Iced Earth vocalist Matt Barlow and Freddie Vidalas, recently announced a European tour to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Iced Earth's Dark Saga album. The Metal Voice recently spoke to Matthew Barlow about the band's upcoming tour. He also talked about the new Ashes of Aries studio album to be released in the summer of 2025. When asked if his announcement to go out and perform Iced Earth's The Dark Saga in its entirety caused any backlash, considering Jon Schaffer's involvement in the January 6, 2021 quote-unquote riots at the U.S. Capitol, Barlow answered, quote, "We don't live in a tube of silence here. I think at the end of the day, it's the music, and I hope that everybody's respectful because I'm going to celebrate Jon and what he's done. You know, Jon, he's written some amazing music, and I've been fortunate to be a part of that. So outside of that, I'm not going to get political with anything. We're just talking strictly about music, and it's for the love of the music, and I hope that everybody understands that. If Jon wants to tour again and play this music again, I wholeheartedly look forward to that, if that's a possibility. We're just going out there and celebrate this music that is very special for a lot of us. We've been given the blessing to do so by Jon, and that's also super important to us as well," unquote. When asked if he would rejoin Iced Earth, Matt said, quote, "Well, it's not on the table. Something like that would be entirely up to Jon. That's Jon's band 100%. Whether I would be a part of it or not, whether Iced Earth goes out, I don't know. I look forward to that. Whether it would be me involved with it or somebody else, if that were to happen, I really can't speak to it," unquote. Asked if there's a new Ashes of Aries studio album coming out, Barlow reveals, quote, "We've got a new record coming out called New Messiahs. I think there's some really good music in the record. We've been sitting on it for a while. As far as the release times, we got pushed back a little bit, but the record has been in the can for about a year. We've been sitting on it for a while, and it's really tough, man. It's really tough to sit on music that you really excited about people hearing. It'll be out this summer 2025. We're getting ready to release some promotional videos, stuff like that. So that's coming, and it's going to be amazing," unquote. So that's Matt talking about, potential Iced Earth doing the Dark Saga album in its entirety. So really no new information other than the fact he kind of skirted around it, being asked if he would rejoin Iced Earth, that's something that Jon wanted. He kind of played it down, said that it's really up to Jon. But really the good question was posed, well, if you could join, would you join? He just, because the thing about it is, it comes one of two ways. You can't really get a confirmation on that because it doesn't put him in a good position either way if you think about it. If he goes, well, no, I wouldn't join Iced Earth, then if Jon sometime in the future wants to redo Iced Earth and thinks about asking Matt, well, he's already got confirmation that it's nothing Matt wants to do, and then it could also be looked at as political. Matt and Jon are brothers-in-law, and it could be seen as Matt giving some sort of a judgment or a bias based on January 6th, and that may play nothing into it, but you know how people are. And if he says, yes, I would join, and then Jon opts to go another way, it makes him look foolish. So you really can't give an answer to that. Again, it's a question that's on people's minds, but honestly, you shouldn't expect anything unless Jon decides to do something and talks to Matt either which way, and then it would come up probably something like they would ask Jon, hey, you're doing Iced Earth now, will Matthew Barlow be involved? And he goes, yeah, we talked about it, he's going to be involved, or no, Matt is happy with what he's doing with Ashes of Aries, and I'm going in a certain direction, and I have Matthew's full support. It'd be something like that, because that's how people speak. You know how it is. But I really do hope that Ashes of Aries does like a live album, or at least digitally. They don't have to put it out, physically. But it would be nice if they did something digitally, if they streamed it where you could watch the video, because Ice Earth has done that a couple of times where there's stream-only concerts that you can watch. So, anyway, that is the news from Brave Word Bloody Knuckles as related to Ashes of Aries performing the Dark Saga in its entirety on its 30th anniversary. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you in the next video.